Hi, and welcome to Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I'll be doing a collective read today. So, first things first, this energy feels heavy. Honestly, it feels heavy. Now, it could be there's lots of Uranian energy around Uranus. A little unpredictable, a little bit of like what I feel like pinning down a shadow, trying to figure out what to do, what to say, how to act, what's the next step, where is this all going? There's change coming, but it's hard to see, and it feels a little heavy. And I don't mean heavy as in depressive or oppressive, but it means it feels like a weighted change or decision or moment or experience. Something that, for lack of a better term, it feels like you'll learn a lesson from. You'll gain needed information from. You'll receive the clarity that you seek. So, let's go ahead and see what the cards are saying for the collective. I'm going to pull a couple of these oracles and see what my beautiful luminaries are feeling. Where are my beautiful luminaries at currently? Ah, I just received a text message which I thought should have been on silent. Confirmation that there is a message for you, and it is. I do feel it's a little bit heavy. Again, not bad, oppressive, or sad, but something that will definitely affect how you move through the next week or so. I just heard even months. So, ooh, that wanted to pop out. Let's give it the respect and see what it is. Message. I just heard the ding on a text message that I received that should have been on silent. And here we have message. So something is coming through for you, luminaries. Whoever stepped forward in your energy, whoever in that little bit of the beginning that I said, there might be something. It's feeling a little heavy, which means it's important. That's what it feels like. It feels like important. Okay, tell me where my luminaries are. Hold on. One of my rings is coming off. So, and also I'm being guided to look at the bottom. Psychic. Oh, okay. So you all might be receiving messages of your own. Yes, I am the reader, and I'm going to bring forward a message that does feel like it's supposed to come forward. But you all may have been getting messages via dream, maybe through synchronicities. With my ring almost coming up, it may have to do with some sort of commitment. It doesn't mean that it's romantic, but it could mean some sort of commitment, contract, or relationship. Okay, let's just get to it. What message do we have for my luminaries? First one, soulmate. This is about a powerful connection, a one that you feel kind of ingrained. We have a 4 and a 9 on there, so that is Emperor, as well as the, oh, let me just think what that is. Oh, Virgo, the Hermit card. I believe that's Hermit card. Again, hold on. Let me put this down and put my phone on silent because it should have been on silent. But let that marinate. 4 is the Emperor. 9, I'm pretty sure, is the Hermit. The fact that I'm wanting to double check because I'm feeling a little like pressure from this message means something. So it might have to do with a Virgo that you don't understand. 4 9 is 13, which is the Death card, which means change and transformation. Okay, hold the line. Hold the line while I put my phone on silent. Okay, so should be on silent now. So this has to do with some sort of strong connection in this current luminary collective that I'm reading for. This is something that you has been on your mind for quite a bit of time. Now again, it could be a relationship like romance, but it also could be a soulmate as in like a mentor and a student or a best friend or someone that just gets you and understands you intrinsically, but it's those connections, those ties to others in our lives that we feel are profound. It doesn't always have to be romance. It often can be, but take it as it resonates. This is about a powerful connection. Okay? Let's see what else we've got. Wow, I'm feeling lots of like anxiety all of a sudden. Like pulling that card, I feel like I'm feeling the anxiety of the collective. Like somehow that card was some sort of confirmation. Okay, we're going to keep going. What else do we have? Then we have past life. Now, past life can be, if you believe in reincarnation or you follow that thought, we are reincarnated every time to learn different lessons as we live on this earth. But it also could be past life simply as our younger selves, our past life as our child, or as a child, or past life as an adolescent, as a teenager, as a young adult. There is something that happened or something that we learned, something that we hold with us from our past life that is I'm hearing taking center stage with this soulmate energy. Like there is a magnifying glass on it. And saying that's making my heart space get real tight. Okay. One more card. Oh, we've got two more. All right, so let me put this over here. So we have full moon and gratitude. Okay, so I'll put the full moon right here. And gratitude. There's something. First, let me say this first. I do feel with this gratitude card that there are a few in this particular collective, it might not be everyone, who realizes the lessons that they've gone through in their past life or in the past or in a past life, depending on how you view it, where you are actively grateful for the lessons that I just heard, endured. That's not to say that they were easy. Not by any means and not by any stretch of the imagination. That's not to say it was easy, but looking back, whoever this resonates with, can look back and say, I'm a better version of myself today because of my strength and my resilience for the lessons that I've moved through, that I've experienced, and that I've endured. It may not have been easy, but I'm grateful that I had a chance to shine the light or to look in the mirror and learn those lessons or to have those things brought to light. And then for those that doesn't resonate, this full moon is telling me at the next full moon, you may start feeling that way. You may start feeling, wow, I'm so glad the wool was removed from my eyes. I'm so glad I came to that realization. I'm so glad that I was provided and afforded that information so I can make a better decision going forward. That's big energy. Again, this energy feels heavy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another oracle because I'm having a hard time. I'm feeling very strongly that this is plucking a heartstring of someone. So I want to get another oracle that's very similar in vibe to get some energy from the in-betweens, from the liminal spaces in these cards. So between the soulmate and the past life, how is the past life and soulmate, how is it intertwined? How is that affecting the collective? Harmony. I do believe that there is something that, as a strong connection and what you've gone through in the past life has created or has given you the tools to strike a balance in your connections. That might not have always been the case. I'm getting a really strong inclination that in the past there have been a lot of top-heavy situations where perhaps you were made to shrink in order to fit somebody's idea of what happiness looks like for them, but not necessarily you. Or maybe you felt like your voice wasn't heard. Or maybe in the situation, it was you. that had the loudest voice, but perhaps those that you were connected to, friends, family, lovers, relationships, didn't always get their fair share of the limelight. That's not a dig. That's just, for some of you, it might be that. But now, between what you've experienced in the past and this strong connection, is helping you achieve some sort of equilibrium, is helping you achieve a harmony, a balance. It's like I'm seeing dancers where I do believe, oh gosh, I do believe that okay. For those who know this particular artist, his name is Neo or Neyo, depending on how you want to look at it. And I'm hearing the quote, I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force, or we are a force when we're together. You make me better. There's something about what you learned, what you endured in your past life, and this current strong connection, be it family, be it friendship, be it love, that is helping you write the kind of top heavy energy to create and strike a balance in the realm of relationships. I do feel that there is a little bit of a struggle there. Okay, so from past life and gratitude, what do we have? Equanimity. We have one side of the soulmate in past life that helps you create balance, that helps you strike a harmony, that helps you create equilibrium. And the past life, this energy right here helps you harness equanimity, that feeling of being centered, the ability to stay calm in what others would consider chaos, being able to find and ground yourself when things around you seem to be bubbling up or creating waves or otherwise a storm. This is where I feel like that gratitude energy has comes in. Again, I'm being led towards that feeling of thank you, whoever this resonates with, thanking the universe, thanking your God, thanking the energies that you work with trusting you to move through these experiences, to endure these experiences because it helped you achieve and gain and strengthen the tools to fix a top heavy situation, to create equilibrium and harmony and know how to move calmly even through the eye of a storm or through chaos. And for those who haven't felt that yet, I feel like the new moons, okay. Somewhere between the full moon and the new moon, these next two moons, you will perhaps start to feel that unfold, unravel, and to open up like a flower. You might start feeling that, the energy. Wow. Wow, I'm going to put this down. Let's get some tarot cards to see where this is all coming from, what Spirit wants to say. Because again, that Uranus energy is very, very strong right now. And I'm going to use what's called the Red Fairy Tarot. Sorry, I had to get it out of the box because I wasn't anticipating using this particular deck, but I've been called to it. So, for my luminaries that have gone through, I feel like trials and tribulations, where you feel like, why hasn't this let up yet? It's because you are being, I don't want to say tested, that seems too dramatic, but the universe is giving you the opportunity to showcase how strong and resilient you've grown and become. Maybe you haven't seen it yet, but you're being given the chance and opportunity to showcase that talent, that strength, that skill that you've honed. So what does the universe wants to say based on the information that we have right here? So we have Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, let me show you this. We've got Queen of Pentacles. We've got Seven of Swords. And we've got Three of Swords. This is telling me very strongly that you will find that center, that balance, that calm, groundedness with this Queen of Pentacles, not through silence, not through making people pay for putting you through it or making you run the gamut, but simply by finding that inner strength. There's a warmth and a resilience about you that I really love that's coming through this energy. And you have seen through the 7 of Swords. You have healed or are healing through this 3 of Swords. There's lots of there was, well, I won't say lots of deception, but I do feel like there is a fair amount of deception that you've had to kind of weed through. And that led to disappointment. Absolutely. But this Queen of Pentacles is showing me that even in the face of you having to navigate through these harder moments in your journey, you have stayed true to yourself. You've really stayed true to yourself. And you don't need to hear from me, but please pat yourself on the back, because it's not easy to go through this with that level of equanimity, that level of composure, that level of saying, yes, this affects me, this hurts me, this makes me feel some type of way, but I will not allow it to steal my energy or to make me act erratic. I will remain in my sovereignty. I will remain in my power, and I will take what I've learned, I will transmute it, learn the lessons, make it a strength. This is telling me that you have gone through something that has been really, between January and now, there has been something that has really kind of tested you. And I'm getting the feeling of, when will this let up? When will this end? Let's get another card for that. Oh, there we go. So we have 8 of Pentacles. You're focused on this. Sorry about the glare on this card. 8 of Pentacles. You are focused on this. This is of utmost importance to you. It's not a matter of just doing the work because it needs to be done. It's work that you want to do. Again, 8 of Pentacles, I feel as finding joy and purpose. It is the artisan that takes the time to cross the T's and dot the I's and put that tiny little detail onto whatever bespoke piece of art they're making. It is investment in you. 8 of Pentacles is investment in maintaining this grounded warmth and sovereignty. That doesn't mean that you'll never be tested. That doesn't mean you'll never be presented with difficult scenarios or challenges, but you work every single day to keep your head above water, to keep your calm, to keep your composure, not to deny feelings of sadness or anger, guilt or shame or overwhelm, not to deny those things, but to allow them to move through you and give them the respect. You work with it and then you move past it. This is dedication to the journey. One more card. Ace of Wands. Yes, I love this. Ace of Wands. This is through this dedication of centeredness, of groundedness, of warmth, of equanimity, you create opportunities for yourself. You are learning the lessons. You are transmuting those harder lessons into experience and strength. And when you do that, when you realize and you give respect and time, patience to those moments when it's hard, and not just try to rush through it or sweep it under the rug or to pop off and let someone hear what you have to say, but processing those feelings, learning where they come from, learning how to move through them, and continuing on your path, that creates opportunities. The universe recognizes when you are balanced. We have harmony. We have equanimity. The universe recognizes when you are doing your level best to stay balanced. Not to say everything's light and love all the time. Sometimes you need to get into the garden and put your hands in the dirt, because the only way that garden's going to grow is if you remove the weeds that are impinging the flowers and the plant's growth. So it does take effort. It does take digging deep. But it doesn't mean losing temper or going into silence. or any of that sort of stuff. This feels like someone who's been doing the work for a while and has kind of, I don't want to say got it down to a science, but definitely you are familiar with what we call the hero's journey. Okay, let's get some more cards. So what does the universe, we recognize what the universe is saying about the collective. What does the universe want to tell the collective? Let's honor it. It wants to pop out. Four of Cups. Let's move these cards up a little bit so that they have some room. Four of Cups is the energy of focusing on self, not letting anything distract you. Again, you're doing the hard work. Eight of Pentacles. Don't let anything distract you. You're doing what's right for you. I also hear that meditation is a practice that either A, you've started, or B, you're considering to add to this journey. Four of Cups is also about meditation and not letting anything distract you. Okay, so Spirit is saying perhaps meditate. And not only not let things distract you, but the meditation help pulling the focus back to you, calling back your energy. What else is the universe saying? Five of Cups. Recognize the areas in which there have been some difficulties, but not to forget the fact that there is always future opportunities that you may not see right away when you're in the thick of the Seven of Swords or when you're in the thick of the Three of Swords. But here has already kind of explained to me that you remain in your power and your sovereignty, even when you're faced with difficult situations or experiences and you're enduring it. You work for it. You put effort towards it because it means something to you. It has purpose. It is your purpose to move through this. Honor those feelings and do the work, and it creates opportunities. So here it really does feel like the universe is saying, continue doing what you're doing. Don't let things distract you. Do your meditation. Understand that there will be along the road some peaks and valleys, but not to forget that there are opportunities still. You may not see them right away. You may not see them even if it's a dark day, but they do exist. Then we got the Hierophant. If you have a specific practice or ritual, even if it's simple as you come home from work every day, you take your shoes off, you fix yourself a tea, you meditate for 30 minutes. Or right before you go to bed, you have your hot shower, you put on some clean jammies, you meditate. There's a certain ritual, there's a certain thing that you're doing currently that is help grounding you. Spirit is asking you to continue that tradition because it is grounding you. It is part of how you keep your equanimity. It's part of how you keep your groundedness, your sovereignty. Let's see what else? Two more. Then we have Knight of Pentacles. This Spirit is saying this is not just for like a short-term thing. This is not, oh, we're just going to do meditation or whatever little ritual or tradition that you're doing to help ground you, to keep you in your power, keep you sovereign, keep that equanimity and balance within you. This is something that's for the long haul. This is something that you will continue to do. It's sort of like being an athlete, right? You can train really hard and you can reach like the peak of your physical ability. But an athlete, when they do that, they don't reach peak ability and say, that's it, I've peaked. I don't have to go any farther and I don't have to do any work to maintain this perfect form. And then go off to, binge eat or watch TV and not continue the work. It is about maintenance. It's about doing the work and continuing to do the work and doing maintenance work to keep and to stay and to honor your power. So it is saying this is not like a short-term thing. This is long-term. Spirit wants you to continue to do this because it would benefit you for the long term. Okay, last card. So it's a closing out. Page of Swords. There is someone who might be noticing this kind of change in you. They may not have said anything yet, but they're noticing it. Whether it be like you're posting about it on social media, or maybe they've caught like, um, what's the word? Word of mouth. People are saying so and so's really like doing well for themselves because they are, working towards this goal, or they have achieved this award, or whatever it is. Maybe it's about a certain level of happiness. There's somebody from afar that is noticing this. They haven't said anything yet, but they are noticing it. And hold on, let me look at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Pentacles. This is about putting in the effort and then waiting for the fruits of the labor. Oh, you can't see that. Hold on. I'll put this right here on the rabbit. Seven of Pentacles is all about putting in the effort and then waiting to see the fruits of your labor. And it's funny because somebody from afar, and that could be someone like, maybe, like I said, online, maybe someone who doesn't live in the same city or state as you, but they know you, word of mouth, they're recognizing all this work and all this progress they're making, right, on this end. But over here on the bottom of the deck, it's Seven of Pentacles. You've done the work, but you're waiting to see the fruits of your labor, which is kind of funny that you are waiting to see it while someone else or people have already started noticing it. So perhaps be a little bit kinder to yourself. Maybe if you haven't started journaling, maybe journal. If it's a fitness journey, maybe start keeping tabs of like where you're at on that journey. If it's about schooling or job or love, journaling really helps us get perspective about where we were and where we are and how far we've come. So I just want to point out that it's really interesting that here we have people who are noticing the change in the work that you're doing, taking notice. Over here, collective, you're like, okay, cool, I did all this work. When will I see the fruits of my labor? It's actively happening right now. As you're walking this path, it is happening. The fruits of your labor are happening with the balancing of like energy in relationships, your composure, keeping your sovereignty, not allowing people to, maybe step over boundaries because you're keeping peace and groundedness. You're embodying sovereign energy. So that's the reading for today. I'm not sure if it's helpful for whoever watched it, but I hope it did resonate for those that it needed to, because it felt like it needed to come out. So if you like my vibe and you like the way that I read, please consider like, sharing, and subscribing. My name is Angel, and this is Rabbit and Moon Tarot, and I will see you at the next read.